Man, I bet some of you guys actually thought I was gonna leave Curly Brace to die without any memory in that cave back there. What kind of monster do you think I am? I was just putting you guys on. So yes, I've created a save at Arthur's house, and we're gonna go get the mushroom necessary to restore Curly Brace's memory. This is something you absolutely have to do if you want to get to the sacred ground, or hell as it's colloquially known, at the end of the game. So this is part of the requirements in order to get the best ending, and also, of course, see everything, absolutely everything that the game has to offer. So you might remember from a much earlier video, I think video 1 or 2, I found this door, but I couldn't get into it because I didn't have the machine gun or a booster. Now I can get into it, and this is the mushroom that we need to talk to in order to get Curly Brace's memory fixed. Now the problem is that he does a kind of word game with us, where we have to answer all of these questions right in order. It reminds me kind of in like the Ultima series, when you'd have to answer Chuckles' questions appropriately, but I always get it wrong the first time. I just can't seem to remember. I think it's yes, no, yes, yes, no. Sometimes I do yes, yes, no, yes, no, which is quite obviously vastly different. So when we answer his questions, yes, finally, he gives us the mushroom badge. But this mushroom's a little bit of a trickster, so if we go to our inventory and check out the mushroom badge, we find that it actually has no use, so we actually cannot use this to restore her memory. We have to go talk to the mushroom again, and we find out that actually this is Ma Pignon, the mushroom himself, whose very own body restores the memory in victims of amnesia. And of course, naturally, he's not just going to let us eat him without a fight, so we've got to, engage him in a little bit of a boss battle. I've heard that this guy is actually... Well, he's not hard, but I've heard that he can do a lot of damage to you if he hits you. I wouldn't know, because I don't actually think I have ever taken any damage against him. We'll see, though. I'm sure if you get hit by those rocks, that would naturally incur a pretty huge damage cost, but as is, I find him probably to be the easiest boss in the later stage of the game, with bells on. But in any case, he finally gives up after we defeat him, and he just lets us take him, and then we will give him to Curly Brace for her to imbibe. But first we gotta go on the relatively short trek back to the Plantation from Arthur's house. So we'll move through the Mimiga village. I really like the music in the Mimiga village at this part in the game. It sounds as desolate as the area is. So we'll move down, go back into Arthur's house, obviously save, because, any number of things could go wrong on the way back to the plantation, and have gone wrong. In fact, I've gotten the mushroom and then been crushed by those things that you're supposed to take the rocket past, going back up to where the doctor's lair is. But that's neither here nor there, I suppose. So we come back out in the teleporter room of the plantation. We will exit the door. And then, instead of walking all the way back, we can just go underneath the fish here, preferably avoiding those red spikes, which I think those ones kill you instantly. They don't just do 10 damage, so that can be a real piss-off if you land on those. We'll get inside of this pipe, which will expedite the process of carrying us across the map. When we get out here, we're just a couple of paces from where Curly Brace is staying, and we've officially completed the Curly Brace side quest of keeping her alive. Frankly, a lot of trouble, but it's worth it because this is the only way you can unlock the best ending, as well as that extra little super hard part at the end of the game. So, Curly, I'm going through this very quickly, but because we've heard it a little bit before. But basically, Curly is telling us, one, our name is Quote, so that's kind of a spoiler that I've already revealed in an earlier video. And also that she was one of the robots that came to the island with me, and we were trying to stop the demon crown from falling into someone's hands. We were supposed to destroy it, but we failed because the doctor got it. In any case, that's the end of that kind of side story. But if we talk to her again, she gives us the Iron Bond. And this is another thing that's essential in order to get the best ending. So, having all of this, we can leave Curly Brace for now, and actually, maybe for the rest of the game. We'll get back on the booster and take this up to the very top. And, try not to move too much on this, or those blocks that come across will crush you, as I've learned many times through bad experiences. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the last two videos.